Alrighty, what's up everybody? The Undertaker. The goat of all goats, by the way. You'd think I would say Roman, but no. I like, as much as I love my tribal chief, and yes, he did beat the goat of all goats, The Undertaker, at WrestleMania 32. Whatever. Nobody compares to The Undertaker. I'm just saying. But anyway, moving on. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Wednesday afternoon video, right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in hell, otherwise known as the description box below on this channel, and show my other channels your love and support. All down below in the gobbledygook. And make sure you share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos I do, but don't be disrespectful, because if you do, you will get pretty much sent to hell, and you will never be seen again. You're gonna get blocked, and you don't like it too fucking bad. Cry me a river, bitch, because that's all you're gonna do, is just whine and complain like little bitches. I'm sorry, butch is. Because that's what everybody is now, a butch. Right? Trick Willie would tell you so. You're a butch. A big-headed butch. Dumb fuck butch. You know, pretty much, that's that. But don't leave stupid comments, because you're gonna get blocked. That's simple as that. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if not, well, you're a butch and you're pretty much SOL, and you know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, you're still a butch. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, and hit the bell for more. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great, you know, you're out of here. Go do something else with your boring as fuck time, and your time and energy, than wasting your time doing lame as fuck videos about me that pretty much mean nothing to me. I mean, it is what it is. Just words. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so if you're, like I said, if you're new here, if you're brand new, no fake channels, none like shit, actual, real channels with more than 150 subs at least. And real. I mean, if you're real, you have like 50 subs, you're just an up-and-coming channel, I'll accept it, but, you know, anybody else that's at least below 100, maybe not, but, you know, you're not welcome here, but it is what it is. But if you're brand new, welcome to the party, enjoy the show, and grab a cold one. That's that. Excuse me, I've been lit all day today. Alright, everybody, it is Wednesday night! Well, almost Wednesday night. And you know what that means. We got AEW Dynamite! Tonight. Pretty much the aftermath of All Out. Gonna be crazy as shit tonight. We got a lot going on. We got the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, taking on Ricochet. That should be an epic match tonight. Probably hear from Danielson about what happened. Well, not much. Brian Danielson. We'll probably hear from the new Blackpool Cuck Club, led by Jon Moxley, Marina Shafir, Claudio. You know, well, for the moment, William Yuta. They're probably gonna kick him out. Goodbye. And that bastard Pac. Gonna hear from them about what they did to Danielson, turning on him. For what reason? I guess we'll find out tonight. Danielson still our AEW World Champion, somehow, someway beating Jack Real Glass Perry to retain the belt. Well, we're not going to hear from Swerve tonight because he's taking some time off after getting destroyed in that cage. Freaking hypodermic needle in his mouth. Freaking probably one of the most vile chair shots in wrestling history. And everybody said that AEW went too far with all the violence. I mean, come on, really? I loved it. I love violence. I love torture too, but you know, that's old school shit. That's some good old school shit. And you integrate a little bit of not so much old school CCW. You integrate a little bit of GCW in there. You gotta love it. So probably gonna hear from the Hangman, Adam Page. Probably gonna talk to us about some cowboy shit. See where he goes, as we're now on the road to Grand Slam 2 weeks from tonight in Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium in Queens, New York City, and I will not be there. It's a pain. It's a pain. I would love to go there. Problem is not so much a problem getting there. Getting out of there is a pain in the ass. Especially if everybody who loves tennis. If you've been to the U.S. Open and you take the train, especially with the Mets going on too. Are they going on at the same time? Oh boy. Oh, that was like 90,000 people. I'm exaggerating. Like 50,000 people going on the fucking 7 train. This is insane. Like the Met game will be done by like 10 o'clock. And then some of the I know it's over now. I think is it over? I think the U.S. Open is over now, but I'm not even sure. But whatever. But like let's say that a tennis match ends around the same time. You got 50,000 people at most converging on the 7 line. It's crazy. And everybody's not even is going back to New York City. Or they're going to the LIRR. That's even worse. All those people packed on that train. Going to Long Island, going to Queens, wherever they're going. And if you have a car, that's even worse too. Because you got the big as fuck City Field parking lot. Then you got the adjacent parking lot across the street from the train station. And then you got Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium parking, which is gonna get on the Whitestone Expressway or the Grand Central just to go home. You're not getting home if you live around my area. You're not getting home till at least 12, maybe 1 o'clock the most. But depending on traffic, traffic's gonna be a bitch. But if you're coming from like Jersey or even up north, like in the Bronx area, you live in Connecticut, you ain't getting home until like the sun comes up. It's insane. I mean, yeah, people tell me like, go take public transportation to the AEW. Yeah, going there, yeah, you'll be on a big packed train most likely, but I mean, it's not gonna be that packed. Depending on when you go, don't go late. Go early, like 3 o'clock. So you usually have like pre-show stuff. You can meet the wrestlers at like around 5 o'clock, from 5 to 6 or 4 to 6, whatever it is. And then I think they tape Rampage, they tape Ring of Honor before the main show. And then like 10 o'clock, you're gone pretty much, unless they tape from like 10 to like 11 or 10 to 12, God forbid, but But yeah, getting there, not much of a problem depending on what time you go. If you go like at 5 o'clock, that's rush hour, baby. That's rush hour. And it's insane. I know from experience, my friends, because when I go to Met games at like around 5 o'clock, it's like a 7-10 game. And I leave here at like 4 o'clock. By the time I'm on the 7 train, it's like 5. It's a pain in the butt. Packed, like, back to the gills. And it's hard to get a seat. Unless you get there early. You know, on the train I'm talking about. But it is what it is. But, yeah, so we got that tonight. So, we'll see what happens with everything else. Everything else on AEW Dynamite! Tonight. At 8 p.m. on that great station of TBS. Where AEW will stay for the next, how many years? I think like a few more years, because today I read that pretty much the new WBD Warner Bros. Discovery deal is pretty much finalized. Just hasn't made an announcement yet, but on the Warner Brothers side, they said it's finalized. $110 million TV deal. That's great for AEW. You know, with the hockey, with the baseball playoffs, the preemptions and shit. What are you gonna do there? You can't move it. Where are you gonna move it to? You know? And then the rumor of the fourth show called Shockwave may be on Fox. So Fox goes, bye-bye SmackDown, we don't want you anymore, and now we're gonna have Shockwave. And I bet you they're gonna bleep out the cursing too. Depending on if it's like Dark and Elevation, probably not, but what I would do with Shockwave is just put Ring of Honor there. I know it sucks, but I mean, if you want Ring of Honor to have more exposure, because people can't watch it because it's on it's on ringofhonorwrestling.com, it's on a website. Well, or you stream it on watchwrestling.ae or whatever. You know, Tony Khan said he would love to have a Ring of Honor get a TV deal. Here it is, Tony. It's right in your fucking lap. You have a major network like Fox waiting for another show. They want to get like Fox SmackDown. Let's bring in Shockwave. Here you go. Ring of Honor Wrestling. And if you get that and have Ring of Honor TV on Fox 5, please, for the love of God, do not show fucking boring as fuck jobber matches. We want talent. We want good matches, not jobber matches on fucking Shockwave. Please. If not, just make it a fucking recap show for an hour. That's what I would do. But I'm not you, Tony Khan. I wish I was. I would be like a billionaire. I wouldn't even be here right now. I wouldn't be in this house. I'd be in a mansion by now. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I talk way too much, so we'll talk about Dynamite probably later tonight. All right, title of this video. We got another discussion video, ladies and gentlemen. Now, my last video, I talked about how horrible Ring of Horror is, because that's what it is, Ring of Horror, because the show is garbage, and I talked about, is Ring of Honor TV actually watchable? So, got a good response to that, and I gave a shout out to my good buddy Gino Morgan TV. Once again, thank you for the shout out. Hey, number 5. Johnny 5. No, number 5, ladies and gentlemen. On his top 10 list of his favorite YouTubers. Number 5. That ain't bad. Right down the middle, daddy. But I'll tell you this. I'm probably in the top 100 of best YouTubers. Best ranters, I'm number 1. We all know that, but not to toot my own horn. But we move on. So I did that. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more discussion videos. Like, I guess randomly do a video talking about something like I did yesterday. But today, as the title below says, we're going to talk about Giulia. My girl. Oh, I think I'm going to put her higher on my list of hot Japanese wrestling chicks I want to fuck. But, well, besides the top 3, Asuka, Kairi, and Io, I think she would definitely move way up to number 4. I know, I got Mina. I know, Mina. I have to drop you a little bit. So, don't kick my ass later. But, when you drop me, I kick your ass! I'm sorry. Don't take it out of my dick later, okay? But I digress. So Julia made her NXT debut last night against Chelsea Green. Wasn't a bad match. I'll get to the specifics in my NXT review, but I was pretty impressed with Julia's debut. Very impressed. Match went way too long, I think. In my opinion, it went way too long. But I know, they made Julia look great. Her entrance is just amazing. It's a banger. But, Chelsea put her over, and Julia, let Chelsea get a few good shots in. Not that she was going to win. Came close, but not really going to win. But I thought it was pretty good. Now, we all know where she's going from here. October the 1st against Roxy for the NXT Women's Championship. Most likely will beat Roxy and end her long reign with the belt. And then, who knows after that, who her first challenger will be, probably be Roxy, maybe at Halloween Havoc in a rematch. So, Roxy could win. Julia still looks strong, but then at Halloween Havoc, you could do spin the wheel, make the deal with Roxy and Julia. Put them in a cage, put them in some type of hardcore match, maybe. Julia wins the belt, then goes on the rest of the year, going into Stand and Deliver 2025 as the champ. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see her against Stephanie Vaquer. Maybe we'll see her versus Delta. I would love that, but we'll see what happens. Now, the point of the video, the point I'm trying to make in the video is, we have all these Asian wrestlers, male and female, that have come over to WWE in the past and now, and some have worked out, some have not. Case in point, Shinsuke Nakamura. He was hot when he came in 2016, I believe. Red hot, which we all knew who he was from New Japan. Former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, former IWGP Intercontinental Champion. We're extinct now, but we got that. He came in red hot, won the NXT title not once, but twice. Epic feud with Joe. Those 3 matches, remember those 3 matches? I think one was in Japan, one was in Australia, and one was in America. That was a great trilogy. But great matches in NXT. Goes to the main roster, and his debut was great with that epic theme he has. Before the singing parts and everything. That thing. His debut was great. He started pretty damn good. Won the Royal Rumble 2006. It was 32. So it's 2016 Royal Rumble. Same thing with Asuka. And I was like, you gotta give him the belt. He's red hot right now. He's red hot. What did they do? They make AJ Styles, who was the champion at the time, beat him, and then had monotonous feud over nut shots and retarded fucking match. Good matches, but stupid endings. Shinsuke should have won the belt at WrestleMania 32. He should have won the belt. Same thing for Asuka. Should have never ended her streak. Because, what happened with Asuka, she was red hot when she came in. 522-day reign as champ. I don't think anybody's going to eclipse that. Roxy thinks she is, but she's not. But, undefeated in NXT. Goes to the main roster, pretty much says, I don't want the belt anymore. I'm done. They had a tournament, which I already forgot who won that. But goes to the main roster, wins the Women's Royal Rumble in 2016. What happens? Charlotte Flair, horseface bitch Charlotte Flair, she beats Asuka to end her reign. End her undefeated reign at 900 some odd days. And then what happened to Asuka? Down the drain. She was pretty much, she started going down the drain and then up, down. Like my dick in your mom's ass. But same thing with Shinsuke. After that, it was pretty much, yeah, Shinsuke, he gets he wins the Intercontinental title. He won the United States title. Was it a pretty good tag team with Claudio, won the SmackDown tag team titles. And then he was with Rick Boogs. Pretty good, great team. Should have won the tag team titles, never did, because Rick Boogs got injured at WrestleMania. So, and then pretty much he was in obscurity. Another Intercontinental title reign. I think he had a feud with Jeff Hardy. Dude. And then he pretty much went away because they had nothing for him. Comes back with epic fucking Japanese manga-like promos. Love that. And then he had that feud with Cody, which he should have won that feud. Which he didn't, of course. He had one sticky match he won on Raw. Big deal. But I thought that was going to elevate. I mean, the feud was he got elevated, yes. But then after the feud, down the drain. Where is he now? We haven't seen him since last year at least. I mean, house shows don't count, but I'm talking about TV pay-per-views. We haven't seen the guy. Where is he? Creative is being uncreative about being creative. We know all about creative. They have nothing for the guy now. He's just hanging out in Kyoto, Japan, most likely, going on a beach and surfing or doing whatever he's doing in wherever if he's in Japan or he's in the United States, hanging out maybe at the New Japan Dojo, hanging out with Io, of course, and Kairi and Asuka, because they're all friends. But I feel like WWE ruined him. Like they ruined every other Japanese person. Asuka, no question about that. Kairi, red hot at the Mae Young Classic, 2-time NXT Women's Champion, main roster. Yeah, she gets with Asuka. 3-time Women's Tag Team Champions. Gets with Io. When Io came in, formed the Sky Pirates, didn't win the titles. Why? I don't know why. But I feel Kairi could have been a women's champion if she didn't get injured not once but twice by Nia Jax. Woo! Knocked out not once but twice. Kairi looked like she was about to retire because she went to Japan. Her contract came up, and she went back to Japan to become an ambassador for the WWE. And then we saw her come back, I think it was like a year or so ago, shockingly, to help Asuka win the belt. I think it was a Backlash. I forgot what pay-per-view, but she came back. Shockingly, new look and everything. I'm like, holy crap. But what has she done since she came back? One title win with Asuka. With the women's tag team titles. She's in Damage Control with Io and Asuka and Dakota Kai, and then with Bayley too. But what has Kairi done, basically? She takes pins every so often. A win here and there, yeah, with Io, that's great, but I feel like they hyped her up so well for her return, and then now it's just like, okay, Damage Control is red hot, and now they kind of, not even sizzling right now. Because Dakota Kai is hurt with her leg. Asuka's gone with her leg, which she's coming back next year, most likely. And Kairi and Io are not kind of hitting as the Sky Pirates again. I know that they're going to have another tag team title match against Jade and Bianca. Probably have bad blood. Who knows? They win, great. But how long is it going to last, though? Io is always red hot. Io's red hot. Good looking and red hot. But they're not really ruining Io yet. Great job in NXT. 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Doing things off the fucking top of the War Games cage. She's fucking nuts. But she's great. So I'm hoping they don't ruin Io later on. But I have a feeling they will. Because they done it to Kairi, they done it to Asuka, they done it to Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll go even way back. Kenzo Suzuki, remember that? We remember Kenzo Suzuki? I think we do. That whole thing where he was in the United States, I think he was the United States champion. And he had, what's her name as, his, geisha? And the whole John Cena little thing. It's like, I got something white on your face. Okay, John, really? Anyway. And then, that was that. Basically, he went nowhere. Yeah, meaningless United States title reign. Feud with John Cena. We all know what happened with that. But he came, he won the title, left. I mean, Tajiri had a great run in WWE, in ECW, of course, too. But Tajiri had a great run in WWE. Even Kaientai. Fucking Kaientai. Fucking Funaki. SmackDown #1 announcer. And, what's his name? Takamichi Nuku. Tag team champions. Great. Formed Kaientai. We are evil. Indeed. I love them. Takamichi Nuku, junior heavyweight champion. Well, not junior, sorry, lightweight champion. Whatever happened to that belt? They should bring that belt back. You know, people like, what about the cruiserweight title? I mean, yeah, you could bring that back too. How about the European title? Bring back everything back in the 90s and the 2000s, the Ruthless Aggression era titles. I love that, but is it going to happen? Well, that's up to Hunter. But I know they want to introduce new women's main card titles. Mid-card titles, like the women's United States title, the women's Intercontinental title. I'm all for that, but, you know, more titles in wrestling. Do we really need it? I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, Tajiri, great, and then kind of fell flat after that, pretty much after that. And Funaki, you know, Jimmy Wang Yang. Remember him? We don't remember Jimmy Wang Yang. You know, great. With Dick Togo back in the day. I remember that, because I'm old school, and old school's cool. The Jumping Bomb Angels, we all remember, if some of you don't, because some of you are like 20, 30-year-old schmucks that don't even know anything about the old days of wrestling. You think you can debate me about that? Nope! I don't even break a sweat with that, but why debate a bunch of 20 to 30-year-old schmucks that really don't know anything about wrestling? The insides and out, either, so. Oh, you're chicken. Well, you're a butch. So, but yeah, the Jumping Bomb Angels were great back in the 80s. First ever women's tag team champions back in the day. Leilani Kai and, what's her other name? I can't think of the other woman's name. You know. Bull Nakano from Japan. Great. Had a great feud with Alundra Blaze, you know, Medusa. Great. Think of any other Japanese stars from the old days. Damn it, I wish I had. You know, I used to have my good buddy, well, used to be Nick Infante, used to be my historian, but not gonna go there with that. But he knows almost more than me from the old days. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, now you look at the Japanese women that came into WWE. Like I said, Asuka, hot, cold, pretty much now. Kairi, same way. Io still is hot, not molten hot, but still hot. You know, I know I got pissed. Yeah, she should have won Queen of the Ring, Miss Money in the Bank. Yeah, she beat Bianca Belair for the women's world title. It didn't hold it that long, but still had a good run with it. I hope she gets the women's tag team belts back with Kyrie. You got that. But then you got people like Saray. You know, what do they call her? The Warrior of the Sun or something, whatever her gimmick thing was. Saray came in like a ball of sunshine, no pun intended. And what happened? They gave her the whole schoolgirl gimmick. Then she turns into the Warrior of the Sun or whatever it was. Barely did anything in WWE. She was here for a cup of coffee, left. Back to Marigold and back to Joshi and Stardom. You know? You have that. But then you got people like, I don't know if Mia Yim is Japanese. I think she's Korean. I could be wrong. Mia Yim has been, she was pretty good. You know, Mishin, whatever you're going to call her. Better days in Ring of Honor and TNA, not so much WWE per se, but, you know, she gets with AJ, she gets with the you know, I don't know why she's even in the OC. She's not even, never was part of the Bullet Club. The original Bullet Club I'm talking about, you know. Fiend Balor's Bullet Club back in New Japan. I don't even remember if she was ever in New Japan. I could be wrong, but yeah, you look at Mia Yim. Has she done anything great lately? Or even in the past? Not really. In WWE? Not really. No title wins no title wins or anything like that. Blah blah blah. They really did Mia Yim bad on upon her return. Put her in Retribution, that group with Mustafa Ali and Dijak. Dijak's in MLW now, by the way, if anybody wants to know where he went. And we all know Dion Madden Mace is now Mason, and with Mansoor and MXM Collection. Shane Dorn, Slapjack. Don't know. He was in AEW for a little bit. Then was in New Japan with TDMK. Zack Sabre Jr.'s group. I think he's still there in that group. I'm not sure, but Shane Dorn. His better days were in NXT with what's that group? TM51, TM52, something like that. That was his better days. But yeah, Mia Yim as I think it was Mishin. I forgot her name in Retribution. I forget it, but yeah, she didn't really do much in Retribution. She's not really doing much in WWE right now, so getting her butt destroyed by Nia Jax in that street fight about a week or so ago. And we all know her as Keith Lee's wife. But what has she done? Another Japanese / Korean chick down the drain. Xia Li's not Japanese, but Chinese. Down the drain she went. In Tianxia with Boa, another Chinese Japanese guy. Gone. We saw him we saw him on NXT. With I forget the other guy who was with. Remember when we see them with face paint? They were just talking randomly during segments. They released Boa again because they don't need him, or if they still have him, what are they gonna do with him? Put him on level up, maybe. Then you got Dante Chen, who's Chinese. Yeah, he beat Lexus King a couple of times, where we haven't seen him since. Except I don't watch NXT Level Up, so I don't care. But really not doing much with him. So I'm really worried about Julia right now. She just started. She made her debut. We saw her a couple months ago at Stand and Deliver, making her. Well, she was in the crowd. She signed to NXT. Made her debut at No Mercy to stare down Roxy. Had her debut match last night against Chelsea Green, which, like I said, went too long, but still got the win. By the way, Vic Joseph, her finisher is not the Northern Lights bomb. It's not even a Northern Lights bomb. It's basically like Mina's basic move, basically. like a variation of Mina's finisher. It's not the Northern Lights bomb. If you, Vic Joseph, you need to watch tape again, because that's not a Northern Lights bomb. I don't know where you get that from. But anyway, moving on. Stephanie Vaquer, who's not Japanese, I don't think she has any Japanese in her, but I know she's Mexican, definitely. I'm worried about that WWE's gonna fuck her up after she wins the Women's North American title, most likely from Keilani Jordan. Then you got Delta coming in from Stardom. And then there's another one behind that, I forgot her name, but she's big in Japan, not like Momo, or not like Miyu Yamashita, or anybody in Stardom, basically. So I'm worried about people that are coming over from Japan that go to NXT, not AEW, because that's different. I'm talking about WWE-wise. AEW is a different video. But I have a feeling that, when Delta comes in, when Stephanie Vaquer eventually makes her NXT TV debut, and then, the chick after Delta who comes in, they're gonna be red hot. They're gonna give them great entrances. They're gonna make them look strong, win titles here and there. But then if they go to the main roster, yeah, they might be red hot on the main roster. But then you gotta keep these ladies hot. You can't do that. Especially somebody like Julia, somebody like Stephanie Vaquer, and especially somebody like Delta. You can't do that. Io, you gotta keep her red hot. When Asuka comes back, I would give Asuka a singles push. Same thing with Kairi. And then on the men's side, you got, what are you gonna do with Shinsuke? What can you do with Shinsuke right now? Bring him back, feud with Cody again over the belt, or feud with somebody else, maybe LA Knight, or like Eli Drake for the United States title. That's all you can do on SmackDown, basically. Or does Shinsuke say, you know what, I'm going to let my contract run out, and I'm going to either retire or go back to New Japan and finish my career? That's what I think he should do. It's like just ruin him, basically. What has he done lately, besides jobbing all the time? Why? For a guy that used to be IWGP Heavyweight Champion multiple times. Same thing with the Intercontinental title. He comes to WWE, two-time NXT World Champ. Great. United States title reigns, Intercontinental title reigns. Great. Tag team title reign with Claudio. Great. Goes, forms a tag team with Rick Boogs. Great. And then Rick Boogs gets hurt, which sucked, but, And then, decent feud with Cody, okay? Now, we see him every so often, he's just jobbing. What is up with that? And he's Triple H's boy. He brought him in. Triple H brought in pretty much everybody from Japan. And now, Shawn Michaels is molding Julia. He's going to mold Delta and Stephanie Vaquer. Triple H molded Asuka, or Kana, Asuka, Kairi, Io. Triple H and Shawn Michaels actually maybe know what to do with them. But when they go to the main roster, it's like, okay, Triple H is in charge of creative. What's going on, Hunter? Why haven't we seen Nakamura? What's going on? He's not hurt. As far as I know, he's not hurt. We haven't seen him. Except for house shows where he's jobbing. He went to Japan for Cody and AJ in a triple threat match. What happened? Lost in Japan! He could have won by DQ. That would have been fine. He didn't have to win the belt. He would have, win the belt, lost it on the next night when they come back to the States. Big whoop. It could have been a non-title match. He should have won that. That's what we should. Well, can't do that in a triple threat match because it would have been weird. Like non-title triple threat match. But still, Hunter, what's going on here? Please don't do this to me. Please, you bring in all this great, hot talent from Joshi, from Stardom, from New Japan, and you're gonna fuck it up? Please, for the love of God, Hickenbottom, please do not do this to me. Same thing with you, Hunter, when Julia goes to the main roster, and Stephanie Vaquer, and Delta, and anybody else that comes down the pipe from New Japan or Stardom, like Miyu or Momo or people like that. Don't do that, please. Because if you do that, then I'm going to just say, you know what? Don't even bother getting anybody from Japan. Let Tony Khan steal everybody. Or TNA gets them. God forbid they go to Ring of Honor, but that's another story for another time. But, I mean, like, seriously. Sean Hickenbottom, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Paul Levesque, stop. Do not fuck up Julia. Please. And Stephanie Vaquer and Delta, do not fuck this up. Because if you do, I am going to go nuclear on your fucking asses. And I will tweet the video to both of you. And I'm not going to give a fuck with what I say. If I disrespect you, I don't give a fuck. Because this is your fault. And creative's fault. Not only you, but just fucking stooges. That are in creative behind you. The little writers that don't know how to write. I can write a better fucking program for any of those Japanese men and women. Any day of the week. Just give me a chance, Hunter and Shawn Michaels. I'm right here. All you have to do is watch. I'll freaking tweet you if you have to. I know you're not going to ever see this video, but still, I will tweet you if you start fucking Julia up. I will tweet you, why are you messing Julia up? Why are you doing this to Stephanie Vaquer? Why is she jobbing all the time? Why? Same thing with Delta. Come on. Do not, I repeat, do not fuck this up with Julia. That's the first thing. The first thing. If she loses on the CW11 debut, I'm not going to be mad about that. I would not be mad about it. But if they do the rematch at Halloween Havoc, and she loses again, I will be mad. But Julia's going to break Roxy's streak. She's going to win the belt. When it happens, if it happens on October 1st, great. If it doesn't, October 27th, Halloween Havoc, you got to do it. You have to give her the belt. Because it'll make no sense to bring her in red hot from Marigold and Stardom, basically, and Joshi. And you're going to bring her in, you're going to, hype her up so much, and then nothing. Same thing with Stephanie Vaquer, and Delta. If you're going to bring them in red hot, hype them up so much, get them big wins, being like monster beast on the NXT roster, beating pretty much everybody. And then main roster, down the drain. Why? Makes no freaking sense to me. You fucked up Nakamura. He's pretty much done. Asuka, she's always up and down. I wish she just had 1, 2, maybe 3 straight years. She doesn't, it's like no fluctuation. It's like steady. Not flatline, but steady. Like, boop, 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 boop. Up, not up, down, but, little ups and downs. Here and there. Because Io's starting, starting to get, starting that little downward spiral a little bit. I'm talking singles-wise. I'm not talking tag team-wise. Even though the Sky Pirates should be the women's tag team champions by now, but that's just my opinion. But like I said, I'm going to finish this video off. I'm going to get ready for Dynamite. I will do NXT probably later or tomorrow. Because I'm red hot right now. I'm about to go nuclear. And it's not even my rant channel. I would put this on my rant channel, but I'm not. I want to put it on my wrestling channel, so it is what it is. But, like I said, to sum up, I really hope, I loved Julia's debut. I'm gonna love Stephanie Vaquer's TV debut whenever that happens. It's the same thing with Delta. And any male comes from Japan. But I don't even know who they can get right now from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe, well, no, Gabe Kidd was already in AEW, so they can't do that. I don't even know who can come from Japan and come to NXT from Japan. That's big. Besides, maybe Zack Sabre Jr. can't because he already was in AEW, unless he like, oh, fuck AEW now. But that's not gonna happen. Maybe Tsuji, maybe. I can't really name anybody on the New Japan roster. Not Tanahashi, not the old farce like Tanahashi, or even Ishii. Not Ishii, it's Ishii, or Yuji Nagata, the legend that he is. But I can't think of anybody besides Tsuji. Maybe Yamura, even though he was in AEW. I could probably see maybe 2 guys off the top of my head from Japan that could come to NXT and go run amok. But then you worry about when they go to the main roster. Because it seems like everybody who goes to the main roster, they start off hot, and then boom, down the drain. It just doesn't, unless your name is like Seth Rollins or something like that, Because you just stay red hot. You have a little ups and downs, yes, that's fine. But you just can't come in red hot and then drop dramatically and just stay there. If you get hot, you get cold a little bit, you change it up a little bit, then you get another big push. You have like a nice long title reign. That's great. I'm all for that. But then if you're just going to keep it flat, you're going to flatline these people, then why did you even bring them in the first place to the main roster? Keep them in NXT for another 5 years. We just don't do that in NXT. Case in point, Mia Yim. They put her down in NXT for a little bit. Had those matches and everything. Not that she was going to win. But I really think Mia Yim should just leave WWE, go to AEW, be with her husband, or just go home, and be with Keith Lee. Or go to Japan. Maybe you should have some good success in New Japan Pro Wrestling or New Japan Strong. Saying basically the same thing, but, go to Japan. Have a great run in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or go to Stardom. Hey, Anna Jay went to Stardom, and look what she did there. Now she's pretty much back in the States. What's going to happen now, Tony Khan, with Anna Jay? Look where Mariah May came from New Japan. Pretty much unknown at the time. But then when she got with Mina, I think we all know that. Club Venus days. She is just super red hot right now. She's like volcanic hot right now. And she ain't bad looking either. But, when she loses that belt, I think all, the heat that she has is going to go down. When Toni Storm lost the belt, did she lose heat? Not much. The same thing when Mercedes Moné loses those belts. Her heat is going to go down. But I think she'll still be in the title picture for the women's division. Athena, when she finally loses that belt, I hope at Final Battle to Billy Starks. I said it for 2 years now. But I think it's finally going to happen. When Athena finally loses that belt, prior to somebody else, or just vacates it, like Samoa Joe did, Athena's heat, I hope it stays hot when she goes to the main AEW main roster, because I think she'll fit great in that main roster. Go after Mercedes Moné, go after Mariah May, Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa, people like that. She'll be great on the main roster. She should have been on the main roster to begin with. Not go to Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, Ring of Horror. But still. But anyway, leave me your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think about Guilias' debut? And do you, leave me your thoughts and opinions do you think that WWE may ruin Julia? They may ruin Stephanie Vaquer or Delta or anybody else they get from Japan? Leave me your thoughts and opinions down below. And even if you remember Kenzo Suzuki, Tajiri, Dick Togo, people like that from the old days, leave me your opinions about that too, about WWF/WWE kind of ruining Japanese talent they bring over. I really hope they don't mess up Julia on the main roster. I think she's gonna have a great run in NXT. Same thing with Stephanie Vaquer. Same thing with Delta when she comes over, and anybody else that comes next. I think they're gonna have great success in NXT, but I'm worried when they get to the main roster. That's all I got to say about that. So leave me your thoughts and opinions about that, and we'll have a little discussion, if you will. And that's it. Alright guys, we're about a half hour away from Dynamite. I'm going to get ready for that, and I'll be back later, right here, once again on the channel, with your AEW review for tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll talk about NXT. Friday, we'll talk about TNA and Ring of Horror. Yeah, pretty much it. There's not really no pay-per-views until Bad Blood on October the 5th. So we got a long way to go before we even do prediction videos. But we got that. Baseball got 2 weeks left. Mets with a big, huge win today. Thank the Lord they won 6-2 today over the Blue Jays, winning that series. Now they go to Philadelphia to play the Phillies, big series this coming weekend, starting on Friday night. Frankie Lindor, you, sir, are a beast. Tying home run, and the Mets were getting no hit. It was sad. I didn't watch most of the game, but I caught the end of it. They were getting no hit, and Lindor hits a tying home run, and then El Troll Alvarez hits a bomb, a 3-1 bomb, and the Mets held on to win 6-2. Back in front in the third wild card by a half game over those stinky Braves, who were facing the Nationals. I think they got a 4-game series, or it's a makeup game. I don't know what it is. I don't know how many games the Braves are playing with the Nationals. But I'm rooting for the Nationals, please. Any team that faces the Braves from here on out, please, for the love of God, beat them. And the Mets gotta just keep winning. They gotta keep winning series. They can't. I don't even think they can lose one series. This series against Philly is really tough. But the roll that they're on right now, pretty much they won 11 out of the last 12. That's damn good. 10 and 2, because they lost last night. So 10-2 the last 12 games. That's pretty damn good. Made up a lot of ground in the wild card. And they're pretty much going back and forth with the Braves, and they're not even that far back from the Diamondbacks or maybe the Padres. Right now, they're 7 games, as far as I know right now, 6.5 games out of first place. So they could do real damage if they sweep the Phillies. I don't think they will, but you never know. But they could do real damage this weekend. Will they win the division? Probably not. Unless the Phillies just choke in the next 18 or so games. But, it's going to be a dogfight. This is exciting Met baseball in September. September to remember. You got to love it. And they got 80 wins right now. I penciled them in about 80, maybe 85. But they're at 80 right now. They could probably get 85, close to 90, 92 wins if they play their cards right. Dare I say 95? I don't know, but they have to go like 15-3 the rest of the way, but still. And they got the Marlins coming up. They got the Phillies. 6 games left with the Phillies. They got the Nationals, I think, 6 more times. They got the pesky Marlins, who always give the Mets fits every fucking year. They got that big series in Atlanta near the end of the month. And then they got Milwaukee, which that might come into play. I hope not, but not that Milwaukee is going to do anything. They already won the Central Division, so. But I think the next this series this weekend, next week's series against the Nationals and the Phillies at home, is going to be huge. The next 4 series, Phillies 6 times, Nationals, Marlins, Braves. Oh. The pitching has been decent except for last night. Peters just laid a turd. Bullpen, shaky. You know, but the bats are like red hot. Lindor's is red hot right now. He's basically, I can't think of his name from last year. Who got red hot last year in October, but not that the Mets were going anywhere. Not October, September. Not that the Mets went anywhere. It feels like 2022 when the Mets were like going right to the division and won. No, they win the division. Sorry, they got red hot and had the division won. You know, and you know they had the wild card break so many games it was not even insane. But still, they ran out of gas near the end. I really hope, you know, with 2 weeks left that the Mets can win at most 15 of the last 18 or so games. But not going to be easy, especially this weekend against the Phillies, then at home against the Phillies. The Nats are always pesky, the Marlins are pesky, the Braves, even with their depleted roster, you know, still going to give Mets fits in a house of horrors in Atlanta. I mean, no Strider, no Acuna, but still, you got Travis d'Arnaud there, and, you know, he's a Met killer, even though, you know, it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. That's it. Also, today is September the 11th, 23 years ago. We will never forget. Met lore, hey, you know, Mike Piazza, went the first game at Chase Stadium after the 9/11 attacks. That big 3-run bomb to beat the Braves. That game, you know, the Mets were going anywhere in 2001, but and that was the start of the Braves' like dominance of the NL East, by the way. Just ran with the division every fucking year. It's like the Patriots, you know, in football. In the AFC East. Now, and I look at the AFC West, it's pretty much the Kansas City Chiefs show until further notice. But it is what it is. And that's that. So, happy September the 11th, everybody. Support the troops and everything. And, you know, we don't need more fucking terrorism in this country. And this shit needs to end, you know, with terrorism and, you know, with Israel and Hamas and, you know, the Ukraine war. If Trump doesn't win, we're going to World War III. And pretty much we're getting nuked. We're getting nuked. We're done. Civilization as we know it will probably cease to exist. Because all Putin has to do is push the button. All the guy in China, all he has to do is push the button. Korea, push the button. And then we're fucked. Iran, Iraq, push the button. Dead, done. America will cease to exist. The planet will cease to exist. Because I have 100,000%. 100,000% facts that if Kamala Harris gets elected, she will do nothing. Not that she did anything for 3.5 years sitting on her stupid ass in the White House. And by the way, you think that Harris won that debate? I mean, she got in good shots. She pissed Donald Trump off. No question about it. Trump did fall for the bait. He didn't, he just is like, fuck you, bitch, and I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about this. And then he's like talking about, you know, migrants eating dogs. I heard that, I'm like, no. Why did you just say that? And now look at him, he has big fucking egg in his face. Notwithstanding ABC, the fucking fake news bitches that they are. Basically a 3-on-1 handicap match, but, you know, fact-checking Trump every 5 seconds. It's rigged. I agree with Trump. This whole debate was rigged. I mean, Trump, yeah, he had some great points about foreign policy. And Kamala Harris, the most important question, what are you going to do You know, talk about the Green Deal. Didn't do anything. She said nothing. She dodged the questions. It makes your stupid cut ass look stupid. She's not a great talker. She can't do an interview at all. You think she's going to be president of the United States? I can't see that. I don't want it. I can't. The country's going to fall into more misery if she is president. And you know there's going to be some bullshit in the next 8 weeks when election day hits. Oh, that night's going to be insane. And then the aftermath, like a couple days later, God forbid we have one of those 2020 things. I hope not, but that's all I gotta say, so. But, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, vote for whoever you want, but if you're tired of this fucking country turning to shit, then vote Trump. If you want to keep it the way it is, and just go with the misery and the high inflation rates, even though they're going way down now, thank the Lord for that, but too late! But, you know, you want to keep it the same, and you want to have a president that's just going to sit on her fucking ass and not do anything, and then lead us into World War III, go ahead and vote for that fucking bitch. Go ahead. See if I care. I'm voting for Trump. I said it since 2020 when I was like, oh, we're coming. I mean, Trump got fucked over in the election, but still. Now, he may get fucked over again. Who knows? But, you know, as a proud American, a proud Republican, and a conservative, I can't say I'm a conservative or a moderate, whatever, but, you know, I love this country. You know, I hate living in New York, and that's another reason for another time. But, you know, I just can't stand the way that America is right now. It was great when Trump won in 2016. The 4 years that he was there, great. America was epic. The United States of America was like a powerhouse. Like that it already is still, but now that since Biden basically stole it from Trump, and Trump's hopefully going to get it back, hopefully, you know, the country just turned to crap. Interest rates were up, now they're starting to go down. Inflation, boom. Look what happened. Look what happened. The Ukraine war started. The Hamas war started with Israel. Iran and Iraq want to kick our ass. You know, Korea's still up everybody's ass. China and Russia, you know, mega powers, handshakes. And you think Biden's gonna stop this? No, he can't. You think Kamala Harris is gonna stop it? No. Putin's gonna laugh at her. You put Trump in, like he said on the debate last night, he will talk to Zelensky, he will make Zelensky and Putin, like, sit down, talk, shut the fuck up, this war's over. The same thing with the Hamas war. He'll get something done, and that war is over. He'll talk to Netanyahu and whoever, get shit done, like Lance Legging. Get shit done, you know? This country needs a wake-up call. And it needs change, and Donald Trump is the change. That's all I'm going to say. And that's it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go watch NXT. Not NXT, sorry. I'm going to watch Dynamite. I'm done talking. So, thanks for watching. If you want to comment about anything I just said, go ahead and do it. Relatively stupidity, bye-bye to you. Bye-bye to the comment, bye-bye to you. You can't handle it, my opinions, then don't watch me. Block me. But you're going to watch me anyway. You know why? Because you love me. And I love you too. Especially you ladies out there. But I digress. That's all I gotta say. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, USA, America! And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time, peace.